Hello, everybody. It's Sunday. It's 12 o'clock Eastern. On Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern, it is the best place to be if you're looking for. What is that I smell? It's transparency, something you really can't get with a lot of finance channels. And I'm not to say names here, but people like Jeremy who don't have the nuts or wife doesn't have the milkers to show their portfolio and honest wealth where they're making it. It's frankly a little sad and frankly very disgusting. And this is the
Very
place where we
sad.
come every single week where we share buys, our sells, dividends, earnings season. Whenever it's earnings season, we like to go over the earnings too. We share our thoughts on the upcoming earnings, predictions, and this is a good one for all of that. And this has been a very active month in the last few weeks, the weekly recaps. You're going to want to make sure that you catch last week's episode, which we discussed. But Fiscal, kick it off.
So, as you can see, I've been buying some Amazon.
Ooh,
A little bit of high tide.
May have to.
A little bit of high tide. Grab, as you do. Now, here's another thing. Bought a little bit more Amazon.
I like that.
I'm just spreading it throughout the week. Got a qualified dividend from Comcast. Gotta love the dividends.
Rest in peace.
Also, we'll get to it. We bought some more Amazon. Got a dividend from Smith and Wesson. Gotta love it.
Many men wish death upon me. We love Smith and Wesson here on the channel. It is a great company.
$52 from Smith and Wesson.
$52. I'm going to be president through the 52nd term. I bet that's what I think. Frankly,
hey, I collect enough of those. Maybe I can buy a gun myself. You never know.
Whoa! The YouTube algorithm just demoted our video. Thanks, Fiscal. And after the intro, I don't think anything can.
All right, bought some more Amazon. Sold all my Comcast.
Oh, that's sold a lot of money.
It's all gone.
You could buy like 3 generations worth of channel memberships with all that money.
Yeah, I sold it all. It was a very modest gain. I want to say it was like 7 or 8%, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Plus the dividends I collected. And it comes back to what I said on the live show. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, is this really the best I can come up with?
I like that.
And it's a gut check, Some people, they're satisfied with mediocrity.
Target's not mediocre. I'm just letting you know.
So yeah, I sold that because it's like, hey, I really think that there's probably better uses for that cash.
And you got gains. You didn't lose money.
Got my last dividend from them. Yeah, didn't lose anything. Thankfully, my cigar butt method investing meant I bought them very cheap, so I didn't lose anything. Okay. Falling knives method works sometimes.
It does.
And hey, I got out and I'm looking for where I want to allocate. Now, some of it may go to existing things that I'm in that I like better, but I could be open to new options. I mean, Disney's starting to look attractive. Comcast and Disney are competitors in a lot of areas, so that could be a possibility. It just depends on where the thing lands. Now, I also finished off with one more buy. So we went and we got more high tide. Now, why high tide?
Why high tide?
They've been staying below that $2 per share for a good little minute now. But they had a little bounce up at the end of the week. But I think this below $2 price level it's a gift that keeps on giving because
Christmas.
I think the stock's worth a heck of a lot more than $2, to be honest with you.
Me too.
They've got cash flow, which as we say, it's king. They've got I think a pretty great CEO.
Me too.
He's pretty awesome. Rod
didn't come on the channel, but that's okay. It's
okay. I mean, he retweeted us once. That's pretty cool of him. I find that the amount that they grow their market share consistently, while also now remaining cash flow positive while growing, it's ambitious, it's nutritious, it's delicious. I love it.
I just exploded.
And here's the kicker. Cannabis stocks tend to get a big pump when people think that the U.S. is moving towards, decriminalization, rescheduling, legal, all that. High Tide doesn't even need the U.S. to open up to be a good business, a good purchase, a good value.
Or Germany.
Germany is another avenue that they're branching into, we'll say. So they've got multiple avenues for growth, and they still aren't done growing in Canada yet. So this is a company who they're doing well, but they have even better days ahead, most likely. So I'm happy to put something into that future and benefit from it. What do you got for us this week, Ryan?
Well, before we get to the earnings, and trust me, there's a lot to discuss there. I did do some buying the last couple of weeks. But to start off, of course, I received a dividend. $4.50 from Realty Not Reality Income. That dividend may be going down over time, not to foreshadow anything. I reinvested that. $55. First, I bought 2 shares of TKO on a dip of 4% on the day at $107. Want to build up this position. I really love it. WWE and UFC, 2 businesses I'm extremely familiar with and confident in. Bought 1 share of SHG at $102. This is a big one. I sold 7.0629 shares of AbbVie. That was $1,235 for the capital, and I sold at around a 20% gain. Now, Fiscal, you may be wondering, AbbVie is a great business, Ryan. Why would you ever sell out of a company like that? It's got a giant dividend. They dilute shares, but that's okay. They have a giant dividend. Their price goes up, and they grow the dividend a lot. Circle of competency. That's the only reason I sold. I couldn't honestly say to myself with 100% pride and dignity that I understood the company well enough, and figured I'd get out on a day where the stock was up 4%, and I got some really nice gains out of it. So I'm not going to complain at all. I benefited from it, and I lost about $40 in dividend income from it. So it's a bit of a hard bullet to bite, but I think I put the money into better ideas. So I got $1,200 to play with from that. This is coincidentally on a day where the S&P 500 dipped about that was a few days later. Then, with that money from AbbVie, I put it in SHG, 2 shares of Disney at $96, another share of TKO at $104, High Tide, 30 shares, around $55 worth of, 2 more shares of Amazon at $187, or 2 shares of Amazon, $187, 1 more share of SHG at $100, $75 more on Amazon, 1 share of Disney at $90.74, 3 shares of SHG at $98.89, $150 worth of Visa at $255, $50 worth of Amazon, $182, $2.48 dividend from Disney. That's like my second ever dividend from Disney, so thank you, Bob Iger. This is another big one. I continued trimming my Realty Not Reality Income position. I sold 2 shares at $116 when the stock was up on the day at $58 per share. From that, I put that directly $116 right back into Visa at $256. I think I got a way better total return in that Visa position. So those are my transactions for the week.
Nice.
But does the party stop at the transactions, Fiscal?
I don't think no. It's earnings season.
It is. We're going to give this a like. You should also give our page a like at Cashflow Kings YT on Twitter. We're verified now. Follow for the finance tips, save for the comedy and satire. But Fiscal, I notice a company or two that's reporting on Tuesday that I'm going to be paying attention to, that's for sure. And we're bringing out the robes for this one. Yeah, it's PayPal, actually. It's Pfizer. Yeah. No, it's JetBlue. Starbucks and Microsoft. Those are the 2 companies I'm absolutely going to be dialed into. I hope Electric Arts, EA Sports, I hope it goes to $0, to be frank with you.
Yeah.
Most moral bankrupt company in the world.
Man. I mean, obviously, I'm in PayPal for 100 shares. It's not a huge position, but
no beater stocks.
100 shares is not necessarily a small position either, depending on, how big your portfolio is. Certainly I've wet my beak a good amount into PayPal. So I'm very hopeful that they'll have something good for us. Although, it could be another shock the world, nothing burger. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Wednesday, Altria Group, a stock that we both.
For once in a while, a few stocks that we own now. It's High Tide and Ultra. I think the two tobacco companies, great minds and things alike.
Yeah, so Altria, I mean they've had a big run up lately.
They have
Tobacco's up big right now. So
$55. I said I'd start exiting out Fiscal. It sucks, but
you think it's gonna pump that much?
I didn't get there.
Hey, some might say it will never happen. So
hey, I'd be happy with just collecting that dividend still. I'm not in no rush.
Yeah. So I mean, that's going to be an interesting one, Altria.
Wingstop, I ate there for the first time last week. It's pretty good.
Thursday, I mean, we got Crocs.
Ah.
There's going to be, I mean, our one channel member is going to be very excited to hear about Crocs.
Yes,
maybe I'll make a
we love
Crocs
Crocs
video
here.
for him.
Yeah.
We've got Amazon, which we're both
on
in.
that. Yep.
Yeah, and Intel, which I have a lot of. So
Apple too.
Apple too. I don't have any. Well, actually, my SCHD destroyer I think has some Apple in it, but it's not enough to really consider it a position, to be honest with you. So.
Then our energy boys report on Friday. They always report on Friday. But yeah, with Starbucks, we did say here on the channel, watch our live from last night. I predict a 17.5% jump up off of my very deep technical analysis. That's my prediction.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think they're poised for a solid recovery quarter, but there's pressure on them to meet those expectations. So hopefully they do. If they don't, I don't know if I'll be here next week or the week after or the week after that. For legal reasons, that's a joke. And Mickey D's reports on Monday, so I'm sure Mickey D's will shock the world. Mickey D's did 400. It's my official call. Oh, MasterCard also reports on Wednesday.
Of course.
I'm sure. I wonder how that will go.
Yeah. And Meta's pretty big. Meta
too.
Yep.
Yeah. Paycom also on for
I know that's it. Oh, Paycom's another dividend dude holding. Yeah. Oh, it'll probably go up in a vertical line,
Oh my God, Corning reports. I forgot that company existed.
Yeah, they still exist.
That's an OG one.
Yeah. Oh, we got Roku on Thursday, which doesn't Kathy would have a bunch of that in ARK.
Fuck that. I hope it goes down.
I like Roku TVs and stuff, but
don't like Kathy would.
Yeah, it's a dumb stock to own for sure. Interesting.
Well, everybody, what's even more interesting is our channel memberships, which you should definitely check out for only $1.99 a month. Honestly, the best place you can get any kind of value for an entire month that lasts $1.99. You can get like a 20th of a Starbucks Frappuccino with that. It's big stuff. Gets unlimited impersonation requests, unlimited merchandise discount, channel member logo, exclusive chat rooms, and emotes. So it's great use of money, if you ask me, Fiscal. And I'm not saying that just because I get a piece of that pie.
I don't even know how people can afford not to be channel members at this point.
For real. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the merch. You guys know where to go for the merch. Link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Do dividends, stocks, not drugs. And of course, remember, cash flow is king.